Da 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 da. It's fucking Tait Talks podcast. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome. It's been 16 months because I have been super lazy, and that's pretty much it. I don't have any other excuses. My mum did have a car accident, so there was that, I guess. She broke her neck, so you need that. So it wasn't great, and other bits of her spine and collarbone, forearm, pelvis, severe brain injury. But, you know, she's alive and doing extremely well. So there's that. So if you want to feel sorry for me, the best thing that they say to cure the blues is, ladies and gentlemen, send money. No, she's all good. It was a shitty time in 2022, but now it's 2023. So we're all fucking kicking goals, besides the Geelong Football Club that keeps fucking losing. It was a weird year, ladies and gentlemen, last year, because my mum did have the car accident, which sucked. But, as I said, she's all good. She's on the mend. I mean, my bank account doesn't have a heap of money in it because I didn't get inheritance. But, you know, there's always next time. No, I shouldn't say that. But I did, and now it's on a recording for the internet for everyone. Yay! But these are all jokes, as most of you people know that I am dumb as a rock, and I have access to the internet and to recording gear, and here we are. So, ladies and gentlemen, a quick recap of 2022. I know, it's been a while. I know, 16 months, crazy, but here we are. 2021, I was living in Western Australia. Fantastic, met a lot of cool people, moved back to Victoria and started doing stand-up again. Lots of paid gigs, which was nice. And then, unfortunately, my mum had a car accident, which was horrible. She ended up having to go to hospital for 3 months, 4 months maybe, and then was unable to live in her home for about another 4 months. So I became the caretaker of her home. Not for her, because, let's face it, she probably would have died, because I don't know what I'm doing. But I just had to feed some sheep. So that's more my type of style. It's like chuck some bread to these guys, make sure they don't die, not have to do anything with people. So that was good. So everyone is on the right track. My mum is recovering very, very well, so which is awesome. But 2022 was a bit of a cunt, to be honest. Yes. So we're back, ladies and gents. This is just a recap episode, the Tait Talks podcast. If you're a new listener, it's not usually like this. I usually speak to guests. That's the most common, normal thing of this podcast. I host, speak to guests that are interesting, creative, usually 10 times better than me. I mean, there's been occasions when, I've had shit cunts on, but, they'll never know who they are. But we're back. As I said, it's been 16 months, which has been a long time. In that 16 months, the podcast has still been getting quite a lot of downloads. So thank you very much if you've been listening to past episodes, because there hasn't been any new fucking ones. So it had to be past ones. I think I'm up to 44 countries, 360 individual cities around the world. So that's absolutely fantastic. So if that's you, and it is you if you're listening to this, thank you so much. As I always say, feedback is always highly recommended. Doing stand-up comedy, we get feedback straight away. And I don't see why I can't get feedback from this podcast straight away. So if you want to tell me anything, if it's give up, stop doing that shit, I can see you through my window at night. Let me know, and I'll get a better vantage point, I guess. But for the most part, I would like to hear from you guys. The best way to reach me is through the Tait Talks podcast on Facebook and Tait Talks on Instagram. So please, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any kind words, bad words, any sort of words, even if it's written in your own fucking language, I'll try and decipher it. fucking Zodiac Killer style. Might take me a while, and I'll probably never get around to it. If you're an interesting cat and you think, shit, yeah, I want to be on this fucking podcast, reach out, and I will politely decline, most likely. But you can always try, as they say, the squeaky wheel gets the McDonald's. I think that's about it. As I was saying, I got back into stand-up comedy. As you guys can tell, I'm not very good at it, but I'm trying. I wouldn't knock back sex. I suck at that, but I'll give it a crack. This, as I said, is just a recap. We're just here to say, why were you away for so long, Tait? And I am doing exactly that. Laziness, family drama. It was like a soap opera at one fucking point. But I am here. Might be queer. I'm not sure. Whatever gets me more gigs, I guess. But yes, for the most part, ladies and gents, the podcast will be back in all its fucking glory, whatever that entails. Melbourne is full of extremely wonderful, talented people, and if I don't get them, I'll just have regular folk on. So here we are, ladies and gents. That is the recap. It's a quick one. It's a spicy one. You guys know that I haven't changed. I'm still a Nimrod. I'm still the same old tater that put super glue in his mouth when he was a kid, got kept back in grade 2, and dropped out of school when he was 17. Coming through your video waves? Audio waves? That's the one. Audio. This is audio. We know. We figured it out. All right, guys. Each week there will be a new episode of the Tait Talks podcast. Every episode, I guarantee, will be bigger than something. Bigger than, I'm staring at a football. Be bigger than a football. I'm not good at this, but, keep on keeping on. God bless. Focus right. Lone Wolf and Cub. Band-Aids. I'm just naming things that I can see from my vantage point in this tree. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. The Tait Talks podcast is back. I love you all, even if you hate me. So thank you, and keep an eye out for the episodes that will be dropping pretty much every week. Thank you so much. Goodbye.